What's up, people? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Um, Today's episode of General Hospital, it was decent. I would say it was a little better than yesterday. A smidge. Um, Damn, where do I start first? Um, okay. I'm getting real sick of this man Lander storyline, but today was the only interesting part about this man Lander storyline. I'm gonna tell you why. There's only one person who saved this storyline for me today. The lovely, the talented Jennifer Bassey. For those of you who don't know Jennifer Bassey, she played the legendary Marion Chandler on All My Children. She was married to Stuart Chandler. Let me tell you something. Jennifer Bassey looks like fine wine. Let me tell you, she ages better with time. That woman still look good. And when I seen her open up that hotel door, I was like, yo, now you finally hooked my attention on this storyline. Finally. See how it takes one person to fucking save a storyline? One person. Frank Valentini, Gene Passanti, Shelley Altman. Keep Jennifer Bassey a part of this storyline throughout the duration of the storyline, please, and then you will get me to like this storyline. I'm just saying. That's the only saving grace of this storyline right now for me is Jennifer Bassey. Only saving grace. She works for a publishing company, and of course she's trying to give Manlanders, aka Nathan and Amy, a book deal. So the president of her division called, and they greenlit the book. So they got the book deal, but they're gonna have to do some photo shoots and stuff like that, for the book cover. So basically, Nathan's gonna have to continue to be the face of Manlanders, basically, while Amy is the writer of the book. He's gonna be the face of the book. Ain't there some kind of conflict of interest seeing as how he's a cop? I would think that this book thing would be like a little conflict. He is a police detective. Um, but seeing Jennifer Bassey today, mm-mm-mm, man, she just straight up saved this whole shit for me. This was the only time I didn't fast forward this man Lander shit was because of Jennifer Bassey. She's the only reason why I didn't fast forward. If it wasn't for Jennifer Bassey, I would have fast forwarded. I would have seriously. Um, but anyway, moving on from that, Nina and Nell. So Bobby basically got in Nell ass yet again because Nell tried to get the job at Kelly's, and we all know that Bobby is the co-owner of Kelly's, so you already know there was no way in hell she was getting a job there. Um, so Nina basically offered Nell a job as her office manager for Crimson and her executive assistant. Honestly, I still kind of don't care about Nell at this point. She's kind of, I'm just not into the character. Nina, you all know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't hate Nina. It's just she does nothing for this show. It's like you got so many characters up here that just do nothing for the show. And it's not the actress's fault. It's not the actor's fault. It's not the actress's fault. It's the way they're being written. The writers are trying to shove these characters down your throat. But when you do that, it tunes the fans out. You got to stop doing that. Write them with some substance. You know what I'm saying? With some layers. You know what I mean? Make the people give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And right now with some of these characters, you're not making me care. You're not making a lot of the fans care, and that's the problem. You're not doing it. It's just not hitting on all cylinders right now. You're trying to make people, sympathetic towards them. I'm sympathetic for her story because of what happened to her and her kidney and stuff like that. Of course, I'm sympathetic. But at the end of the day, the longer she stays on the show, it's like you're still not writing her with substance. Like, I don't see her as a viable character right now. You need to write characters how they used to write characters, like with substance, layers, you know, growing as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, write them so that way they will have longevity. Like look at Luke, Bobby, Ned, all these people have been on the show 20, 30, 40 years. And you want to know why? Because of the way that they were written over the years. That's why, you know? If you write them like that, you can, have some longevity characters, you know? Um So anyway, Jocelyn went over to the mansion, basically to bitch at Michael about Carly going to the island with Sonny. Michael basically told her that Carly's grown, she's gonna do what she wanna do. Her and Sonny are getting a divorce, but I can understand why Jocelyn's still pissed. But at this point, Jocelyn, I gave her a pass the first time when she talked down to Carly, because the reason I gave her a pass was because, usually I believe a child should stay in a kid's place. But she spoke the truth. She did. She spoke the truth. So it's like I gave her a pass for that one. But now I don't give her a pass. At this point, she need to let it go and leave it alone, because you said your piece, you gave your opinion, that was your one time deal. Now it's like you gotta stop. Now you just need to let your mother do her. You know what I mean? That's all I can say about that. Bobby also, Bobby going over to the mansion warning Michael about Nell. I'm like, Bobby, the boy is what, 26, 27 years old? Leave it alone. Let it go. The boy is grown. He's the CEO of a major company. He's obviously old enough to make his own choices. If he chooses to date Nell, that is his choice. If Nell hurts him in the end, it's egg on his face. All you can do in the end is be there to comfort him. At some point, you just gotta let grown folk be grown folk. You know what I mean? Let them do their own thing. Let them venture off, make their own mistakes. That's the point of growing up. You know what I mean? Even when they're teenagers, you can discipline them when they're teenagers, but the whole point of growing up is they got to learn their own mistakes. They got to learn from it. So if you feel he's making a mistake with Nell, that's his mistake to make, not yours. You made mistakes in your life, and look at you. You're a nurse. You co-own a diner. You dress fly. You know what I mean? Like you turned your life around, so you learn from some of your mistakes. So Michael needs to learn from his. If he is making a mistake, then that's on him. Drop it. Go about your business. Or you can do in the end, if he does get hurt by now, just be there in the end to comfort him, as a loving family member should, and call it a day. Um. So Sonny and Carly are on the island for this distributor. Carly at first thought that Sonny set this whole thing up just to get on the island and win her back. But it turns out his story was true. There was an issue with a distributor, so she had to be there. How many times in one episode can you hear Carly and Sonny say the word divorce? They've said it like 50 million times in this episode. When they get back to Port Charles, please sign the divorce papers and be done with this. Because I'm sick of hearing about divorce. It's like, just sign the papers and let's be done, so we can move on. Because it's getting a bit tedious now. Carly did look fly, though. I ain't gonna front. Carly looked good. I always like the scenes like when they be going on the island and stuff like that. I love the scenes. You want to know what would be dope though? If General Hospital actually went on location to Puerto Rico for real, because that set that they were on was just a set. It wasn't actually Puerto Rico. See, they need to really go to Puerto Rico. Like seriously, if they actually shoot a scene in Puerto Rico, that'd be dope. Um, that'd be so fly, man. Seeing them really in Puerto Rico shooting scenes in Puerto Rico, that'd be dope. But I'm just over it. Sonny and Carly. I'm like over this marriage. Hopefully, this is the fifth and last marriage that they ever embark on. I don't want to see them get married for a sixth time. Don't want to see them get married for a seventh time. If this is truly it, then this is it. I feel like the writers, what was the point of putting Sonny back with Carly if this is the route that they were going to go? What was the point? They barely been married 2 years and already they're getting a divorce. Like, what was the whole point of them getting married again in the first place? Are y'all trying to go for some record of how many times a character can get married? Because Victor Newman pretty much got y'all beat in that department. I'm just saying, Victor Newman and YNR have been married for 13 times. Sonny ain't got shit on him in the marriage department. That man been married 13, 14 times. So he pretty much holds the record, I think, for most marriages. Um, but anyway, moving on from that, Julian. I hope the writers put Alexis and Julian back together. Please put them back together, for the love of Christ. I love them as a couple. Like, the chemistry is definitely there between Alexis and Julian. Like, you can see she still love him. If she didn't love or care about him, she wouldn't always be up in his face or in his business. she wouldn't give him the time of day when he come around. You know what I mean? So obviously they still love each other. But I think the writers are slowly trying to put them back together. They're not trying to do it. And notice, Alexis and Julian are legally divorced. But notice that Julian still wears his wedding ring. He has yet to take it off, and they're still married. They're divorced. Last I heard, Alexis said that they were divorced, and yet he's still wearing his ring. So that's how you know he really want her back. He not trying to let her go. But so he has a little meeting with a guy named Garvey. So this guy is a West Coast mob boss. So he's basically a part of the West Coast Mafia, basically in California and all that shit. So now he wants to expand his territory and come to Port Charles to take Sonny down. And he wants Julian to help him do it. But here's the thing, and this is what I find funny. So many of the people, not just, I get so many comments in my inbox telling me, oh, Sonny's better than Julian, Sonny's better than Julian. Really? Julian told Garvey no. He told Garvey if he want to take down Sonny, that's his business. Julian walked away and told him, I'm out the business. Sonny wouldn't even be big enough to do no shit like that. And I'm going to give you an example of why. Julian walked away. He walked away from the mafia for good. He's done. He's focusing on his legitimate businesses. When Sonny signed over his organization to Jason, a month or two later, Sonny was begging Jason to come back to the organization. He was begging Jason to give him back his organization. And when Jason refused, he got into business with Karpov, a Russian mob boss. Then he killed Karpov and brought the entire Russian mafia to Port Charles. And they wreaked hell on Port Charles. They burned down the freaking coffee house. They kidnapped Jake. They ran roughshod over Port Charles. All of that because of Sonny. Let me tell you something. In real life, you do not fuck with the Russian mob. A lot of mob bosses do not fuck with the Russians. The Russian mafia are nothing to fuck with. They will kill your entire fucking family. I mean, everybody on your family tree that's alive, they will kill them all. That's how the Russian mafia play. And on this show, back in 2008, the Russian mafia showed Sonny and Jason no mercy. Showed them no mercy. All of that was because of Sonny. And people still sit there and condemn Julian and sit there and act like Sonny's better than him? I think not. Julian had the balls to walk away. Do you not know how easy it would have been? Julian didn't even know Alexis was standing there watching him. And he still turned this guy down. Julian could have easily told the guy, yeah, we could partner up and kill Sonny. He walked away. Sonny would have never done that. And this is what else he did. He went over to Sam and Jason. Mind you, he didn't have to do it. Julian didn't have to do this. He went over to Sam's and he told Sam and Jason Garvey was trying to kill Sonny. He warned them. Julian didn't have to do that. Come on, yo. You can't tell me Sonny is better than Julian. You can't tell me that. And people still sit there and think Sonny's better than Julian? Hell no. Hell no. Julian didn't have to warn them about nothing. And he did. He could have linked up with this guy and easily killed Sonny. Sonny wouldn't even seen it coming. Sonny don't even know this guy is after him. Come on now. Like, seriously? In my opinion, Julian, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. This is why I'm Team Jerome. This is exactly why. This is why. Julian is rising above this shit. Sonny, same boat. He preferred to be in the mob doing little dumb shit. Same old, same old. It's not like I'm knocking Sonny or nothing like that. It's just I'm sick of the hypocrisy that goes on. Let me tell you something. Everybody in life is hypocritical. But there's levels of hypocrisy. Sonny's level of hypocrisy is all the way up here. Like, he feels like he does no wrong. And everybody else is scum. You know what I mean? That's what I have a problem with. It's not that I hate the character of Sonny. It's I have a problem with some of the shit that comes out of his mouth. That's what I have a problem with. So when somebody knocks him down a peg, that's when I'm happy. And Julian is showing he's the bigger man here, obviously. Because he didn't have to do what he did. Sam and Jason, I really do think that this is some type of curse that's going on with Sam. I mean, what the hell? Maybe she got a brain tumor or something. Like, I don't know what the hell going on with Sam. I'm kind of getting a little interested by this, but I'm trying not to get invested in what's going on with her because the writers continue to let me down. Every time they do in this, you know what? This is what I said a few days ago. Shelley and Jean know how to start a storyline. The problem is they don't know how to finish a storyline. That's why it's always a letdown. They got a good beginning, and this is by far a good beginning. Just like with the Chimera storyline, dope beginning. The middle and the ending sucked horribly, and I think that's where their problem is. They don't when you do a soap opera and any show, you could do a nighttime drama, daytime drama. You have to have a beginning, middle, end, and it has to match up. Theirs don't. They know how to start a story, they don't know how to end it. That's the problem. Um, but I'm interested in seeing this though because it has piqued my interest so far. Oh, something else I forgot to mention. Jocelyn. This little witch is gonna have a party at her mother house while Carly's away. Cause Michael offered for her to stay at the Quartermains with her friend, but she turned him down. She gonna try to have a party. See, this is what I like, cause this is like true to what's going on with teenagers. You know how teenagers do. When mom is away, the cats will play and all that, you know. And I'm interested in this because I haven't really seen this on a soap opera in probably a long time, where a teenager is left alone and she decides to throw a house party. You know what I mean? This is gonna be dope, and I hope Carly find out about this shit too. This is gonna be dope, and I'm happy to see this because you can tell this summer Jocelyn is gonna be a problem. She's gonna be a thorn in Carly's side this summer. I can tell that. Oh, I can tell. She's gonna be a pain in Carly's ass, and I can't wait to see it because this is what Carly deserved on this. But anyway, this was a pretty cool episode. It was okay. It was a step up from yesterday. I will say that because I was totally bored with yesterday's episode. But today, it was good. It was a lot to talk about today. So anyway, I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a great day. See you all tomorrow. Hit that like button. Hit that comment button. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.